Hey boys, it's me again. Hope you've enjoyed your coffee break and cake. Now then, this is the most meaty episode. And as you can see, there's a number of things here, 13 slides in all, including this one, the overview slide. So that's where we are now. So, slide 2, show the outcomes again, how you want to do that. Then there's a couple of activities. You'll see those. One is teaching a science or art. So how to present that, and also post that, there needs to be some discussion. It could be a Padlet or whatever, your call. There's another activity, the serial position curve. I might need to come down and give you what the instructions are, but let me know on that. Quite simple stuff. That's another activity. And post that activity, there'll probably be a feedback podcast or something. Anyway, we can discuss that. But that's the basic sketch. Then evidence-based teaching, slide 5. That's the key concept here. Can you make that slide more interesting or whatever? I'll put a graphic in it. Then we go on to slide 6. What's an effect size? Now, that's something we need to work on because that's a little bit complex. So have a little think about that. I can come down and model it and teach it in some way or use some analogy, whatever. And then there's an activity on effect sizes. Now, how you want to present that, but it's pretty much similar to previously in episode 1. So we want to pose the questions there, what they think, and then present the answers post that. Now, 9 and 10, that's simply a reinforcer showing what some of the eye effect signs are. So we can simply download that in some way, or it becomes a pop-up or whatever. Have a think about that. Now, the Russian doll slide, 11, we want to make this come alive. Big concept. So I could come down and take it apart and explain, or again, have a little bit of a think. Then we move on to what we know about human learning, and this is an important thing. In that first slide, how we get that across could be something to do with the brain, the fact that we know much more about it in the last 15 years than yesteryear. But we must keep the quote by Willingham. That is such a good anchor point. Then we move on to introduce, slide 13, those 10 core principles of learning. Notice I've changed the order of them, but stick with what we have now, okay, from this thing. We will then go on to show each of these cognitive scientific principles. Now, you've got a lot of videos of me on this, so we can have a little bit of chat whether we use some of those or we make some new ones up. If we make new ones up, they'll probably be a little bit quicker, and I'll just illustrate them with examples. But this is the real meaty one. Once this is done, everything's playable more or less. So this is the one to get your teeth into and have a chat with me as and when needed.